What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-Day Fiance video, and this one right here is all about the single life tell-all part 2. Now, of course, last week we left off with Ronald and Tiffany in the situation where Ronald ended up punching the camera because he was that triggered by what Tiffany had to say. But hey, now we're going to be here. We're going to see exactly what went down after that. But before we start, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, that is a member of Patreon, and that is a subscriber as we continue to grow. With that being said, let's get into it.
I'm out. I'm done. I don't need to listen to a sorry ass saying bullshit, making up bullshit.
Is Ronald gone?
Yes, he's gone. It's a good news, you know?
Yeah, well, I want to find out if there's any chance that we're getting Ronald back. What made him so angry?
The truth.
You know, someone said last week in the comment section that they believe that Tiffany purposely triggered him, that she knows what buttons to push. That was a quite interesting comment, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? I haven't really processed it too much just yet, but yeah, just bring it out there because obviously the question is, you know, what really pushed him the edge? Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we know that there's no point of us really listening to what the cast has got to say, because the cast is always going to favor the person that's next to them. That's what happens 9 times out of 10. No, 10 times out of 10, pretty much. They always favor the one that they believe is the fan favorite. Anyway, let's see what they're going to say anyway.
Truth. I've been quiet for almost 7 years. No more.
At one point, you felt you were in a good place, right?
For like 3 days.
For 3 days.
Yeah.
And then it was at that 3-day mark, after you got there, that you knew.
I shut down in here. And
Hold on a minute. Let's not do that. Now, I'm not hearing this. I'm not hearing this. You're telling me you was done after 3 days, but yet you stayed there for 4 months neglecting your own son, Daniel, for 4 bomber-class months. And you're telling me you was done after 3 days. Right. Okay, then.
And I said, I'm just going to let him this up.
Okay, Tiffany, we need clarification. You took Harley to see her dad. So you get there, 3 days after you get there, are you contacted by this woman? How do you know?
She called his phone.
She called.
Why would I do that?
Yes.
Stop calling. She said, what do you mean? We're still together, Tiffany. And I was like, And she's like, he told me you were going there to bring Harley and you were sleeping at his mom's house. I said, I'm sleeping with him in bed every night. Me and him are together. So in that moment, I said, you know what? Whether he loved me ever or not, I just don't care at this point. I need to wake the up. This man is not for me.
So.
Hold up. This story gets better and better. And you know what's so crazy about it? It proves what I said in my video. As you already know, or in case you don't know, I did make a video saying I'm disgusted by Tiffany's actions or behavior. One of the two. And this is it. This is it right here. I even said in that video itself in particular, I said that do not tell me that her intentions of going to South Africa was for him to see his daughter. She didn't pay for that ticket. You know what I'm saying? She paid for her own ticket and her daughter's ticket so he can go see his own daughter for starters. And she portrayed it as if the sole reason was because he gets a chance to see his child. But also at the same time, the secondary reason was so she could see if there's something that they could potentially rekindle. You're telling me that after 3 days, not even now, clearly after day 1, the things were already rekindled. That means she would have got into his bed on day 1. If not, day 2, 100%. If that conversation was on day 3. So it proves that she went in there solely to get back with him. Nothing else but that. And meanwhile, leaving her son in the USA for 4 months. And 3 days on, she already knows that this guy is still doing a madness. She went there and she said, if he hasn't changed, then I'm not taking him back. If he hasn't changed, well, then it's not good. I'm only taking him back if he's changed. But you found out that he hadn't changed. After 3 days. And you stayed there for 4 months. While your son was motherless. I mean, listen, your son is already fatherless. Your son is already fatherless. And you made him motherless for 4 months. Brass club.
Right before the tell-all, you guys have a conversation. He wanted you to really stay quiet.
He wanted me to pretend everything is fine. Because that's, of course, what he's doing.
And this was the first time that he realized you weren't going to adhere to that promise.
Exactly. That's why he lost his.
You weren't going to take it anymore, right?
I'm not going to take.
That's BS, because there's no way this is the first time because you've left him before. This wasn't the first time he's realized you're not going to take the BS, because if it was, then you would have left him the first time. But hey, maybe it is the first time because you were stupid enough to take him back. You're stupid enough to prioritize a man that you knew full well wasn't right for you. You knew full well wasn't right for your son. Your son said no. But you still chose this man over your son. And you still chose this man to be around your daughter. Yes, you had a daughter with him, but just because you had a daughter with him doesn't mean he deserves to be the father. Doesn't mean he deserves to be the dad to it. He's just a sperm donor. Remember that. It takes one thing. It's easy for someone to be a sperm donor. It's a completely different thing for someone to actually be a parent. Easy for someone to give birth, but it's another thing for someone to also be a parent. Don't get it twisted. We can talk about it both sides. Tiffany.
Take it anymore. No, and he did not expect me to finally get that point.
I mean, it is crazy that you did that.
I never thought you looked like the crazy one. I always thought he looked like the
What happens with Carly, though?
I mean, there's going to be, at some point when things calm down, like there has to be some sort of co-parenting. I don't want Carly to never have her dad in her life, but I'm done being the good guy. If he wants to see his daughter, I will meet him halfway.
I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing about if he wants to see his daughter, I will meet him halfway. I'm not hearing that. You know full well. You know full well that he is not going to meet you halfway to see his own daughter. You know full well he's going to use that child against you to keep luring you back in. And you're also going to use that child to keep luring yourself back into his life as well. It works both ways of you two. Tick for tack. You're both morons. The way I see it, if he wants to see his own child, he must pay to see his own child. He must send you money for his child. He must then send you money for you to travel. Well, he doesn't have to pay for your ticket, but he most certainly has to pay for his own child's plane ticket. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And in the long run, ideally to find a way to also come to the States and see his own child where she lives, where she grew up, so he can also see her friends and see who's around her, who her influences are. Take her out to all the nice things that she likes, all the nice places that she likes to go, the local park. So there is no halfway. Because your halfway is giving him what he wants. And you've been you've been submit. No, that ain't half. No. Your halfway right now is him doing everything possible to fight for his child to see her. Otherwise, like I said before, he's just a donor. He ain't no father. Come on, man. Don't get me. Look at me all the way turned up already, man. And it's the morning, man. Come on now. It's too early for this.
Wow. Where does your marriage stand today, and are you pursuing a divorce?
I already did the first session with the divorce lawyer. We're getting the paperwork together. The divorce is in the process. There's no looking back for me. No second guessing it.
Does Ronald know?
No.
He doesn't know that you have talked to the lawyers?
No.
I mean,
Why doesn't he know? If you're standing your ground, then why does he know? I mean, in my opinion, man, when people don't tell you sometimes that they're going for a divorce, it's because they're still thinking about it. Still processing their mind if they really want to go through it or not. When it comes to Tiffany, man, I don't really trust the fact that she hasn't told him. I don't care why she hasn't told him. I just don't trust why she hasn't told him. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what the reason is. I don't trust it. It's another Tanya and Natalie situation, refusing to. Well, to be fair, you're actually making the movements to actually get the paperwork going, so I'll give you credit. Okay. Still suspect.
everything was a surprise to him today.
Yeah, so he does not know. Another surprise coming for Ronald. Oh boy, Tiffany, you have been through a lot.
Straight
a lot. And one
gangster.
person you had a connection with, he said he would wait for you. That was Dan. And we've got Dan tonight.
Nah, Dan's a waste man. What's he doing? You waited, what, 4 months for Gail? Man waited 4 months for Gail. This, bro, she was in South Africa boning her ex. She was riding him. You know what I mean? Her mouth was getting all sloppy and things. She wasn't thinking about you those 4 months, and you're coming back to get her back. Are you okay? Are you okay? Come on now. You know, man was spanking her ass, right? Come on now. I'm putting them things in your head on purpose, so well, I know he's not watching the video, right? But you never know, you might watch it, right? You know what I'm saying? I gotta help a brother out. I gotta open his eyes. Don't be doing it. She had her chance with you. She had her chance with you, but she said, nope, I'm going back to SA. I'm going back to SA to rekindle my love. Toxic love. But now, because it didn't work out, she's coming back. You're a rebound. Understand this. You ain't nothing to her. She's desperate just to be with someone. So therefore, feelings, they're a myth. She ain't feeling nothing for you, bro. Come on now, man. She was giving a sloppy to next. Nah. This woman's got me all the way turned up today, man.
Dan?
Did you know?
No.
It's been a really difficult, 6 years. I want to find somebody who could be my soulmate or who could be my partner in life and who we could explore things together and learn things together.
Would it be okay if I give you a kiss on the cheek?
Of course.
All right, cool.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, I'm so excited to see you again. I really had an amazing time.
Same here.
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Hi
Hey
there.
guys.
How does it feel to see him?
It's great.
Yeah.
I miss your face.
I miss yours too, Princess.
Aw, he's adorable.
So, Dan, have you been watching what's been going on?
Yeah, I've been tuned in. I saw all the drama with Ronald. That was pretty nuts, to say the least.
Did you know that Tiffany had that side to her where she could fly under?
I mean, since I met Tiffany, I can tell she's the real one. Like, and she's smart, so I feel like, it takes somebody smart like that to be able to like get out of a tough situation like that.
Yeah. Okay, so what is the status of things between you and Dan?
We're just talking right now. But I definitely like him.
Do you think that there is a future to this relationship?
We're definitely going to just see where it goes. I've made mistakes in the past of like rushing into something, but we have so much more in common. We get along really.
I don't trust no man that's got a mustache like that still. I don't know what's going on here, man. This is a man had the mustache only. Now he's got the rest of it. Any man that's got a little mustache there, suspect. No wonder why he's been waiting around. He's suspect. Be real, Tiffany isn't good at choosing her men. Point blank, period. Man looks like Ronald anyway. He looks like the American version of Ronald with a little bit of stubble on that. But that mustache though, I don't trust no man with that mustache. Usually they're serial killers, bro. You know what I mean? Man he's probably been to the military. He knows how to snipe you. You know what I mean? I don't trust this guy. I'm just playing. Or am I?
Into something, but we have so much more in common. We get along really, really, really well.
Okay.
So I feel hopeful, but we'll see where it goes.
Tiffany, what would you like to say to Dan?
See you soon.
There are plans to see each other in the future?
Yes.
Yeah.
See you Thursday.
See you Thursday. All right. I'm so glad you're in a peaceful place now, and I will be very curious to see what happens between you and Dan in the future. Thank you, Dan.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Have a good one.
See you Thursday.
Bye.
See you Thursday.
Let's pause here and take a quick break. There is still so much more to talk about. We'll be right back. There we go. Oh my God. Woo.
Listen. You know what? When no words come in your mouth, just don't say anything, man. Just let it run its course.
It's gonna be fun.
You did good. I'm
Come on,
good.
thank you. Hearing their reactions when I said I'm done, I was like, oh my gosh, like I knew in my gut that I wasn't wrong. I knew I wasn't the problem. How the
Raw. So you needed validation from other people to let you know, to reassure you that you wasn't the problem between you and Ronald. You know when parents say that I always look after my child, I always do what's best for my child. Your child told you that it wasn't best for you. That should have been the only voice that mattered to you. That should have been the only reassurance that you needed, only validation that you needed. Apart from your own. Not some random people that don't live with you. Come on, man.
I knew in my gut that I wasn't wrong. I knew I wasn't the problem. How the was that? I was doing the right thing for myself. I know what the I'm worth, and you don't have control over me anymore.
Ready in 4, 3, 2.
I'm furious as I'm angry, I'm hurt, I'm everything. It's I don't know who I'm talking with. Because Tiffany is not the Tiffany I fell in love with.
Told you, man. Look at him. Him and Dan are the same bloody person, man. It was exactly, they're identical. Listen, man. She has not learned her lesson. She's gone with a guy that looks exactly the same. I'm telling you, that guy's suspect. But anyway, we continue.
She wasn't even wearing a ring. That's not the thing. I was wearing mine somewhere. I through it. Tiffany, I tell you straight.
Why does her wearing a ring matter to you? You're the one that had her own other woman the whole time. Come on, man. Humble yourself about she wasn't even wearing a ring and you was wearing yours. Well, that ring doesn't mean anything to you.
I loved you. I'm sorry for this. I exploded. It's a side of me I don't want to show nobody. But it's better we get a divorce.
You're late to the party, bro. You're late to the party. But you know what the saddest thing is? The saddest thing is this, though, is that this divorce probably would only go through given the fact that he's saying he's going to get divorced. Because Tiffany's the kind of person that probably pulled the plug on that. You know what I mean? But she'd be grateful that this guy wants a divorce. Not grateful as in grateful to him, but I'm just saying, like, it's going to help her get the divorce even more, if you know what I mean.
Just look after the kids, please.
Savage in the house.
Well, that's that with Tiffany and Ronald. Well, guys, I'll catch you in the next episode, in the next upload, as we obviously, discover uncover the next part of the tale. Oh, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure you comment down below. Do you dig what I'm saying? Out.